Okay, these are the answers for the chapter review. This is the second review that's due Monday, the December 14th. So I'm just going to go through these pages like this and then through my notes so you can go back and you can check to see if I have any work that you can use. So I'll just look through this. I don't see anything. I got a couple answers here. And I got the answers right here, but that's not the work. That's just the answers. Okay, and then this is page 3. You got some work here. There's an answer here, but I actually did this problem, I think, on the other page. There's some work. You can stop the video at any time and see the work that I have. So that's page 3. There's page 4. Now page 4 has some work on it. So you can see how I did the work. You can read all about the things that you should know. This would be a good review to go through. That's page 4. Page 5 here is all about throwing the ball over, and starts at 11 and reaches the ground at 2.5 seconds, and then y-intercept here. Okay, this one's talking about the slope and y-intercept of this problem, and then here you're talking about rate of change in slope as well on 5. Trying to find that. There you go. And then you can stop the video at any time, like I said. And then here, finding the rate of change, that you don't go up by ones, you got to go up by 0.25, so your rise is 0.75 over 5. And then that's going by halves on that scale. And again, finding slopes here. And again, y-intercepts, x and y-intercepts of these two. That's how you do x and y-intercepts. So you should check that out. And then here's 7. Okay, so it's asking for, do you know what the y-intercept and slopes mean? And this. As you can see again, slope, y-intercept, and slope. Again, down here, the y-intercept and slope, what does it mean? Rise over run in a graph. And then slope, y-intercept here, slope of they want the slopes of this and the equations, and the slope, finding slope with a table. Okay? And page 8 and 9. Here's page 8. Again, you're finding the slope and y-intercept, the equation given that, so you have to move backwards to 0, 6 on this one. This one you had to do some elimination, and you know that the y-intercept's 1, so you can eliminate all the negative ones, and you know the slope is negative, so you can eliminate the positive slopes. And then you get down to A or B, and it's not A because A would be a -3, so I drew that line. B is a -1 over 3, or not as steep a slope, flat slope. So that's why B is the answer. Here you had to write, add the two together. Add the two functions together. And here you're finding linear and nonlinear here. So constant rate of change, not a constant rate of change. Okay. And then you get slope here. And then again you're finding some values. This one you start out with 25 feet and subtract. Leaf fell at 3 feet, so 25 minus 3t would be your answer. It looks like A would be it. Okay, and then number 9 and 10. Let's see, 9 and 10. Here's 9, finding the equation here on 9. So you know the y-intercept's 10, so you go to you can have one of these 3, and then finding slope by the change in the y over the change in x is 1. So your answer is B, because x is 1, where this was 2, that was -1, and that was -2. And then I think this is a multi-select, so true, false, false. And then adding this in, you can see the answers here. 2 fell, 1, 2, 1, and 1. Make sure you understand that. The initial amount was -2 over 1. It went down by 1. -2 over 1, or -2 over 2 is -1, so that slope is -1. And then here is the answers for the last page 10 and 11. So you can read that. You have to stop it maybe and watch it. Okay, this is talking about what does the slopes and y-intercepts mean in the actual problems. And then this is a multi-select problem, so you had to distribute and then check to see which ones fit this. So the only ones that fit are C, D, and E. And then again down here how you do word problems. So you read through that, how to do that, read through that, how to do that. Same thing with that one, and then that one. And then the last problems were this. That's how you do that problem. And this is how you set up this problem here, and then simplify it, and then get your answer. So there's your notes there. That's 5 minutes, but these are the problems and how I did them if you went problem by problem. So if you went problem by problem, this is standard, then this is 2, and I went by standards 1.1, 1A and 1B. That's how you do that whole problem. And then the second one, any of these problems here, same standard. This is how you do that problem. And then go to 2.3, that's standard. There's how you do those 3 problems. Okay. And then you might have to stop the video, like I said, to see it. And then this problem here, this is 4. This is how you do this problem. B, and then 5. And then you go to 4.1, this standard, and this is how you'd graph those. Okay. And then you get to 1.2. This is how you'd solve 1.2. And the rest of them are on the previous video, or the earlier part of the video, right? That's the Algebra 1, Semester 1 Final Exam Review.